Good afternoon, Tudor Liliana. I am here ready for my session number 8 with Group B. I just sent the link to the students and I'm going to wait for them here. Thank you. Good afternoon, Diego. How are you?
Hi, teacher. How are you? Hello. Hi, teacher. Can you hear me?
I can hear you well.
Okay. Thanks, teacher.
Yes. Good afternoon, Patricia. How are you?
Hello, teacher. Hello, Diego. I am fine. And you?
Hi, Patrick.
Unfortunately, I'm not feeling well. I have fever.
Oh,
I
really?
have, yeah.
Oh my
I
goodness.
didn't sleep well last night. Uh, and I think it's the flu. I've been feeling this way for a week.
Oh,
Uh,
wow.
I'm sorry for you.
yeah, I know that's gross to be feeling this way. It's quite demanding. Not to be feeling good, and when you have to do something for work or university. Let's wait for another 2 or 3 minutes if somebody else comes here, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, my friends, it's 10 minutes past 2, and I think it's time to be starting today's session. And as I do remember from the previous class, I told you to be prepared today for 5 minutes to introduce a couple of topics according to some readings we have, or the readings we used last week. This morning, I had the opportunity to check that activity from the other students, and they did a good job. So I hope you also do a great job, right? So I am going to start this time with the boys, Diego. So I'm going to start with you, so Patricia
Okay.
is able to look at your presentation, all right? So keep going, 5 minutes.
Okay. Okay. Today we are talking about the past continuous. Past continuous is a verb tense, also called a past progressive. Um, is is a verb tense which is used to show that an ongoing past action um, was happening at a specific moment. Today, we we are going to work about the two parts of this verb tense. Especially, we are focusing in negative and interrogative form. This verb tense, past continuous, is composed by two parts. Especially, the first part, the first main part is past tense of the verb to be. Their form was and were, and the second special part is the verb in ing. And the negative form of this verb is it has the following structure. First, the subject. Second, past tense of the verb to be, was or were. And the third part of the structure is the verb and ing. For example, eh, eh, she was reading is a sentence in the affirmative form. But today we are focusing on the negative and interrogative forms. For the negative form, you need to plus the negation at the past tense verb of to be. For example, the same sentence is she wasn't reading. Eh, and the other is interrogative in interrogative form is first the past tense of the verb to be, was or were. Second is the subject, and the third part is the verb in ing. For example, was she reading? And today, uh, we have some examples, taking in mind the reading with was working the last class. Uh, with this material, we are to construct some sentences and some questions to explain these these verb tense. For example, my reading was the first one. The reading is this. Yesterday I was raining and thundering all day and was playing inside the house. She wanted to be outside. She wasn't playing outside because it was raining. She was feeling tired of being trapped inside the house. Anne was trying to keep busy inside the house. She was reading her book until the electricity went out. Then she decided to practice her sewing. She was practicing sewing until lunchtime. After lunchtime, she sat by the window and watched the rain. While Anne was watching the rain when the phone rang. Her mother was calling to say she was coming home. She was bringing a new game, and her mother ate ice cream and played the game. While they were playing, the rain stopped, but Anne didn't even notice. She was having such a good time with her mom. Now I want to share with you my screenshot to explain with um, some questions this theme.
You have 1 minute, dear. Okay,
Yeah,
1 minute.
can you see my screenshot?
I can't.
Oh my goodness. Okay, but okay. I have some 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 questions for yes or not questions. For example, was it raining and thundering all day? You can answer this question. Yes, it was, or no, it wasn't. Was Anne playing outside the house? Was she feeling tired? Was she reading her book? Was she practicing sewing? Uh, and you can answer with these short forms, yes or not question. Yes, it wasn't in the short form, or you can answer them with the long answer. Uh, wasn't raining and thundering all day. Yes, it wasn't raining and thundering all day.
Okay,
It's like,
Diego, thank you.
yeah, thank you.
But the first short answer you gave to the group was wrong. You said yes, it wasn't. So it can be
Okay.
possible to give an affirmative sentence, the first part,
Yeah,
and you make it negative, the second part.
yeah. Am I wrong?
Right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you.
remember to combine yes and was, no and wasn't or weren't. Okay,
Yes,
good. Thank you. Thank you,
thank you.
Diego. All right, now we go with Patricia. Please go ahead.
Okay. For the exercise, I decided to make some question for about my reading. The reading is about a man that he was taking pictures in the park. Do you remember something? Because or I have that read the reading teacher.
Yeah, I have the readings here, but I'm not sure about what reading I assigned to you. You're telling me that
Okay.
you were assigned the reading of a man taking pictures of fire.
Oh, can I read my question?
Yeah, you can go straight to the questions, just no questions or negative, whatever you want to explain.
Okay, about the question about my reading are was Nate taking picture of the birds last night? The answer is yes, he was. The next question is was Nate taking picture of the burning building? Um, the, the answer is yes, he was. The next is was Nate trying put up the fire? The question is no, he was. The answer, I'm sorry. Um,
Oh,
well,
sorry. Can you please repeat the last question you asked?
um, was Nate trying put out the fire?
Okay, good. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah. Keep going.
no, the answer is no. He wasn't. The next is, were the firefighters trying put out the fire? Yes, they were. And where was the talking picture last night? Um, he was taking picture in the park. Okay, no more.
Okay, thank you. You have to concentrate on the pronunciation of tack. You're saying tacking. Remember, it's taking pictures, taking pictures.
Okay, teacher, thanks.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Patricia. Bibi, you are next. Would you please? Bibi, it's your turn.
Okay, last my reading was about two boys that were carrying some glasses. So I'm going to ask some questions about the reading using the past progressive form. Okay, for example, in the reading, Billy and Timmy were delivering a box to Mr. Thompson. So the yes no question is, were Billy and Timmy delivering a box to Mr. Thompson? So you have to answer yes or no. So first, the adverb, negative or affirmative adverb. Then the subjects, in this case, they. The auxiliary verb be, in the past tense, were. And the principal verb, delivering, with ending ing. For information questions, for example, one of the sentences, they were carrying the box on a cart. So an information question could be, what were they carrying? So in this case, you have to give an information. For example, they were carrying a box. So use the subject, auxiliary verb be, in the past tense, the principal verb carrying, ending ing, and give the information, the box, in this case.
Yeah, is that all?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so the next person to participate is Catherine. Catherine, will you please go with yours?
Okay. First, hello for everybody.
Hi.
My reading was about a boy. His name is Anthony, and he was um, he was boring because he want to go with his family to a pool, but that afternoon it was rainy. So uh, if you want to or you need information about something, you can ask two kind of question. You you can ask a yes no question, or you can ask a information question. But the first case, you have to need, you have to, uh, you have a ruler. First, you need to use the verb to be in past form, uh, was or uh, or were. And then you need to add the personal pronoun, and then you have to add the complement. Uh, for example, was Anthony bored yesterday? So the answer can be affirmative or negative. For affirmative question, you have to say yes, he was, or no. In negative question answer, you have to say no, he wasn't. Um, if you ask uh, for people, for two, three, four, or more people, you have to say to use they. So the example was in the example is where, you have to use where they played uh, in yesterday, play outside yesterday. So the affirmative answers yes, they were, and the negative answer no, they weren't. Um, in the other case, if you ask an affirmative and information question, you have to use an WH question. So what, where, when, who, how. So for example, you may say what uh, were they doing yesterday. So you have to give information. So they were playing outside yesterday. That's all.
That's it. All right. I could not evidence any major problems that you have trying to explain the past continuous form. Well, your activities are different to the ones I received this morning. Everybody has a method or a methodology. When we are assigned an activity, we try to find the best ways or things that are familiar to you. And that's what you're gonna do when you get professionals teachers, right? So these encounters we can model some of the activities we can develop. But let's get ahead. In the near future, I'm going to assign something similar to this, but I'm going to be a little bit more demanding. Well, so this is the way you can use the past continuous form or tense with asking questions, yes, no questions, information questions, and the negative form. Tiago, do you remember what we are doing today? Can you please remind us? Tiago,
Oh, sorry, teacher.
would you please remind us about the activity we are doing today?
Uh, no, teacher. I don't remember.
Okay, Bibi, please remind us, what are we doing today?
Um, I think we're going to continue with the past progressive.
Oh, Catherine, please, would you please let us know what we are doing today?
Maybe I think we have to share our reading exercise, but showing the reading.
No, no, no.
Oh my goodness.
Mm,
Patricia, Please let the group know about the activities we are doing today.
I don't remember.
Ah,
About the book. No.
I will have I will have to notify this to your parents.
Okay.
I will have to communicate this that you are not doing homework, you're not getting prepared for the lessons. For one simple reason, I didn't tell you what we were going to do today. So don't panic and relax and enjoy, okay? Well, as usual, I am going to share the material for today, and it's related to the past perfect. We continue using the past perfect tense. It is so extensive that we have to get acquainted with it. So, as I told you, the past perfect. Maybe do you probably know information about the past perfect so you can fix a definition for it?
The past perfect. Okay, the past perfect is past tense in which you have to use the subject, the auxiliary verb have, and the principal verb in the with the ed or the past or the regular past.
Participio.
Would you please repeat what auxiliary verb we need?
The verb have.
Have.
Okay, have.
This or this? Which one?
The past perfect. Had.
Alright. Had.
Did.
Had.
Had.
Okay, Catherine, a possible definition for the past perfect. You know something about that? Catherine, we are your students.
Sorry, my microphone is slow.
Oh, my microphone
um,
is not working
We
properly.
can use this
Thank
tense
you.
to.
Sorry.
Okay, we are all ears. Please, a possible definition for the past perfect.
We can use this past perfect to say that an action was before another action.
All right, something similar to the past continuous.
Exactly.
Yeah, is that right?
For example, I had written a story when the teacher called me.
I wouldn't be sure about that, but it's a good try. Don't worry, Diego. Now, please, we are your students. Clarify that to us.
Okay, I think the past perfect tense is a verb tense indicate that an action was completed, was finished in the past. In in his structure is the the subject, the auxiliary verb had, and the verb, the main verb is in past participio.
Okay, thank you. All right, so this kind of past is a little bit tricky because we usually compare our native language with the language we are learning. In this case, it's English. And there are times when the literal translation or the way we understand the past perfect uh, doesn't match with the way we do it in Spanish. So in some cases, I am trying to make you know that the past perfect is in somehow, some way, it is different to the way we use it in Spanish. All right, so it's kind of tricky. We can do two or three things with the past perfect. All right, so as usual, so take a look. Well, there we have the past perfect tense. You can also see number one. It describes actions that represent new or old experiences. Please be aware of this definition. It describes actions that represent new or old experiences. So this is basic to know, right? Let's see the structure Diego was telling us and some of you too. Well, you are right when you say that we need the auxiliary verb had and the past participle form of the verb. For regular verbs, the ed form is present again, but the irregular forms, there are cases in which we change the way of the verb. Remember that we have studied the base form, the past simple form, and the present continuous form. Today, we are going to concentrate on the past participle. We can see here some examples. These verbs are regular, moved, talked, and lived. And there we have three verbs. Bought, for example, is the past form of buy, but the past form and the past participle form is the same. There is no difference between the past and the past participle. But it is not the same case as drink and eat. The verb forms for drink are the present or the base form is drink, the past is drunk, and this time we have drunk, spelled with a U. And eaten have the same case. Eat, ate, eaten. So we have to be prepared. There is nothing more boring for a student to learn all the verb forms, but there is nothing more necessary than that. I usually tell my students, I advise them when they learn the verbs, the first thing they have to consider is to learn a small amount of verbs. They don't try to pretend to learn 20 or 30 verbs at once. So we can go at our own pace, but learning all the four forms. If I am learning about regular verb, the verb is move, present form, moved, the past form, and moved, the past participle form, and moving, the present participle. So it's a good idea for me to tell them. And I am doing the same with you. Whenever you learn a verb, do not only rejoice with learning or identifying the present form, because eventually you will need the past participle, and the present participle form. And it is one of the ways we avoid making mistakes when we use these tenses, okay? Is that clear, everybody? Please confirm.
Yes, teacher. It's clear.
Am I right?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Now let's see the first slide with some examples. Everybody, in 1 minute, you please read the information and try to analyze. And you're going to tell me if these sentences are complete or incomplete. Please proceed in 1 minute. Go ahead, Diego. You please be based on the first example about Jane. What can you get from that information?
Yeah, I I can know that Jane uh, had had done something, in this case a cake, with a reason. She had baked a cake for her family. Yeah, I think it's a complete sentence.
Okay, so you don't feel something is missing. For you, it's complete.
For me, yes, I think.
Thank you. Patricia, the next one is for you about John. What did you get from that sentence? Patricia,
I I am thinking.
you are thinking.
Um, John is oh the, John is invited at Susie for a walk.
Yes, that's the sentence. But
Mm,
what you get, what you can get from this sentence.
mm,
How do you understand that sentence in Spanish?
in Spanish,
Yeah.
que John ha invitado a Susie a caminar,
One
a
more
darse
time,
un
please.
paseo, a
One
darse
more
un
time.
paseo. Em, invitado,
But repeat the whole sentence.
John ha invitado a Susi a un paseo o a caminar, un paseo.
Okay, thank you. I just want to make sure. Well, Bibi, the next one is for you. About New York, what did you get from that sentence?
Okay, I have lived in New York already. Okay, I think that the it indicates that you did that action in the past. It already happened.
Is it complete for you?
Yes, it's complete.
Thank you. Catherine, how about the last one?
Sorry, teacher. I have to say if the sentence is complete or incomplete.
Yeah, what you got from the information from the sentence.
Um, eh, the last sentences.
Yeah, number four.
Mm, I'm not sure, but in the first slide say new and old experience. I have to complete with the with other. I think it's incomplete. She have mm, 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 at, mm, uh, mm, hello.
Yeah, I couldn't listen to you. Your voice were coming in and going out. It was not clear, but I could understand that you said that it sounds incomplete to you. Okay, somehow all these four sentences are incomplete, but they are grammatically correct. Sometimes, my friends, sometimes it's necessary to expand more information for a full understanding of a sentence when we write or when we speak, not leaving things in the air that sometimes you think is not complete and you will stop and listen and expecting that someone continues with the sense of the sentence, right? But all the sentences are grammatically correct, but if something missing, the something that is missing is related to another action in the past. right? If we take as a general example the first one, Jane había horneado o había hecho una torta para su familia. Yes, and what? Who's asking? There is something going on here, so I need more information to understand the sense of the sentence. Now, for two, John had invited Susie for a walk. Oh, yeah, that's clear. John había invitado a Susie a caminar. But what? What's going on? What's the matter? There is something missing for me to hear. And I had lived in New York already. For me, that word already is making emphasis in an action that I had done before in my life. So I would say, yo había ya vivido en Nueva York, or yo ya había vivido en Nueva York. So it gives me the sense that I'm going to live again in New York, right? So like having this experience before. And the final one, she had cleaned my bedroom. Ella había limpiado mi pieza, mi alcoba. But yes, and, and what's up? What's coming up next? So there is no clear information. Okay, so I need you to copy this from me. Though we use the word already, the word already indicates like if you are going to do the same action over again. Okay, so already it's a very important word in the past perfect tense, such as for, okay, already, for, since, yet. These are very normal words we can use in complements to show a more complete sense for the sentences. All right, that's why I was telling you before starting today that the past perfect tense is kind of tricky, and I am giving you reasons why. Well, we're going to clarify a little bit more, so please, if you don't have paper, get some paper, get something to write with, like a pen or a pencil, and we are moving with the exercise number one. Well, we have four images on this slide, and the exercise reads, write a sentence related to these images. So please use these verb forms. Do not use your own verbs. This morning, I had 4 students, and 3 out of 4 used different verbs. Try to use your information, but using these verbs, right? So you please have 2 minutes. Write 4 sentences and adapt every picture to every verb and form a complete past perfect tense sentence. Please proceed in 2 minutes. Okay, so Bibi, would you please select two pictures and tell us your information about them?
Okay. She had visited Paris 2 times before she moved there.
Next.
Um, he had fixed the car many times.
Thank you. Right, Diego, would you please select two verbs and give us the two sentences?
Okay. Eden, Carla and Mary had eaten cakes in the party of their sons, and Jan had fixed his car already because it's too old.
Thank you. Patricia, will you please select two and read them?
Uh, they have eaten ice cream. Uh, I I am not sure. In the box or no?
Past perfect.
Yeah, I am confused.
No, no, don't
Um,
worry.
they had eaten ice cream yesterday. Is correct.
Next.
Uh, um, they had. I'm sorry. He had painted his bedroom last night with others tents.
All right, remember painted. Painted.
Mhm.
Catherine, it's your turn. Catherine, select two.
She had visited Paris 2 years ago, but
Visited, remember, visited.
visited. She had
We have
visited
to work.
Paris two
Yeah, we
years
have to
ago.
work hard.
Sorry?
Next. Next.
I read again, but because I don't finish the sentences.
You haven't finished.
No,
Okay,
okay.
so I'm going to read the four of them, and you will
No, teacher,
identify.
sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have my sentences, but I don't read
Okay.
complete.
Keep going. Okay, sorry.
She had visited Paris 2 years ago, but she visited it again for her sister's wedding. And he had fixed his car, but it didn't work properly.
All right, thank you. They are more complete, more structures in your sentences. Okay, so pay attention to my sentences and you will discover if you feel like something is missing or not. For the first one, I have Sarah had visited Paris in December 2015. 2. The mechanic had fixed my car some weeks ago. Next, they had eaten cupcakes from the new bakery already. 4. John had painted my apartment 2 years ago. What do you think about my examples, Diego?
I think that it's necessary to give reasons for their actions.
It's necessary to give reasons
Yes.
or tell whens or whys or hows to,
Yeah.
to, to make it more complete.
To complete.
Bibi,
Yeah.
how did you find my examples? More complete or less complete?
I think they are complete because you're adding the time of the action.
That's right. I am telling you when these actions happened. And as you could see and you can evidence in my examples, they are not their first time doing that activity. She had visited Paris. It means that is not her first experience going to Paris. He had fixed my car. It is not the first time he fixes my car. They had eaten cupcakes. So it means that it is not the first time for them to have or eat cupcakes in that bakery. And finally, John had painted my apartment. So, in the first definition I show you here, when the sentence is affirmative, it is represented by all the experiences, okay? So all the experiences in the past perfect tense means that the sentence is affirmative, okay? Well, let's now see this one. When we have negative statements, the negative form of the auxiliary verb is had not, or the contracted form hadn't, and the past participle. It's quite different if we compare the past perfect tense with the past simple tense. When we make negative sentences in past simple, we have to modify the verb and use it in the present. But it's not the same as in the past perfect tense. We continue using the past participle form. You have to be careful here. Well, when the sentence is negative, hadn't or had not, it means new experiences. As you can see here, new experiences equals to negative sentences. And we also have here regular verbs and irregular verbs. This time we have seen, talked, worn, danced, had, and worked. It's just the same case of the verbs I displayed in previous slides. And the order is the same. All these actions are covered here, from the past tense and to the present tense. This is the space to use these forms. Well, now let's take a look at this, and in 2 minutes everybody's going to analyze and get some information from me, for me, and try to explain me these sentences, please. Proceed. In 2 minutes, read them and analyze them. Okay, Bibi, I go back to you again. Uh, I
Okay.
assign you number one. Tell us what you get from sentence number
Okay.
one.
Steve hadn't broken an arm in his life. It means that that happened to him in the past, but it's the first time that situation happened to him.
Okay, so it is the first time he broke his arm.
Exactly.
That's right. So the sense of this sentence is that it's the first experience breaking his arm. Okay, so we have to be careful there. Diego, the next one is for you about Mike.
Yeah, Mike Harem bought a new car in his life. Yeah, is the the same sentence like the BB is the first time this occur in his life. But I have a question, teacher,
Tell me.
because the Harem you say in the explanation the negative four is it mean the first time is necessary to plus in his life or or not?
Okay, I will clarify this to you as soon
Yeah.
as we finish this exercise, okay?
Okay.
Because I used only his life and his life and her life and her life,
Yeah.
okay?
Okay. Thanks,
Yeah,
teacher.
I will make that clear later.
Okay.
Sure. Patricia, next one is for you. Susan,
Susan had done practice uh, parachuting in her life. Uh, I'm sorry, but I don't know that is parachuting.
parachuting
Tirarse.
is paracaidismo.
Mm, um, for me, it's clear, but it's a experience that that um, she had lived. I don't understand. I'm sorry.
You don't understand, but the sentence is showing that is the first experience. All the four sentences represents their first experience because of the complement. You can see
Yes,
in his life, in
yes.
her life, indicates
It's an
that she
it's a
does
new
this
experience.
activity for the first time. Catherine, the last one is for you.
Monica hadn't worked at a bank in her life. Mm, So yes, the first time, the same as my partner's, the first time that she worked in a bank.
Okay, I think that's clear. Okay, Diego, when we use as a complement the words in his life or in her life, it is just to make more emphasis in a new experience, all right? So if I say anyway, Steve hasn't broken an arm, I am transmitting the idea that he actually broke his arm,
Mhm.
right? So it is not necessary to use always in his life to show that is the first experience he does the action that is being used in the sentence. We can replace in his life or in her life. We can also use after many years. For example, Steve hasn't broken an arm in his life. We can change it for Steve hasn't broken an arm for a long time. When I say for a long time, it indicates that it's not the first experience he had, but after so long time, it happens again. So we have to be aware of this.
And we can
But
use
Okay.
before to say that it is the first time.
yeah, that's right. Yeah. But if you want to meet it for the first time in his life, for example, did you know that I broke my right arm? Did you know that?
No.
No? And guess how?
How?
I was playing parches and I broke my arm, my right arm.
Pachis was that.
Parches, parques. I was playing
Uh,
parches and I broke my
playing
arm.
pachis.
Yeah,
You
What
broke
kind
your
of
arm?
pachis
Wow.
was that?
Yeah.
it sounds funny,
Yeah.
but I fell off the chair.
Oh. Yeah.
I fell off the chair
You were too
and
When
excited.
you win, when you win the, when you won.
okay, so you understand, right? So you can say that Teacher Nelson broke his arm when he was playing parches.
Yeah.
How so? How did he break it? He
Yeah.
fell off the chair backwards.
For your emotion.
Yeah, as soon as I got to the floor, crack, it cracked. All right, so let's get back here. Well, now we have a different exercise, but very similar to the previous one. This time you have to write four sentences again, but in negative forms to share or show that these are their first experiences. Use walked, adopted, won, and had. In 2 minutes, please proceed. Diego, will you please read and select one of these examples?
Okay. Eh, the Nelson family hadn't adopted a pet in their life.
Will you please repeat that?
The Nelson's family hadn't adopted a pet in their lives.
Okay, good. But something to remark here. It's not possible to use the article the before a person's name, okay? That's rude.
Oh, yeah.
It's like saying El Brian, for
Yeah.
example, the Brian, El
Yeah.
Brian. Or like saying the Shirley Marisela, la Shirley Marisela. No. So
Love.
do not use the article the before person's name, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You can use the article with person's last names to mean the family.
Yeah.
That's why you can see the Simpsons,
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
the Ramirez, but when you mean the whole family, okay?
Okay,
All right,
thank you.
so say that again, but do not use the.
Okay. Nelson's family hadn't adopted a pet in their lives.
Thank you. That's good. Patricia, please select one different from Diego's.
Sorry, teacher. Repeat, please.
Select another one, but different from Diego's.
Um, um, he hadn't have all that dinner. Is correct.
Repeat that one more time, please.
He hadn't. He hadn't had that all that dinner.
Okay, dinner is something you eat. That's dinner.
Oh, money.
You need to mean money. Do not confuse the word
Money.
money with dinner. Okay, say
Dinner
that
es
again.
comida.
Dinner is comida. That's right, cena.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, say what?
Money.
Say it one more time.
Mm, he had. He hadn't have all that money.
That's right. That's better. Bibi, select one.
Okay. He hadn't had a car accident before.
Okay, perfect. And Catherine, please read yours.
They hadn't walked in a White House in his life, in their life.
Okay, thank you. So I am going to read my sentences and you will compare my sentences with yours. Well, for the first one, I have they hadn't had a car accident in their lives, but those people hadn't walked with President Donald Trump in their lives. Next, Gina hadn't adopted cats or dogs. And for the last one, Mike hadn't won the lottery. So what I did is matching the verbs with the actions, something similar to the exercise you did. Well, no major problems in this. Now let's take a part with the second option for the past perfect tense. As you can see in this definition, I am not talking about new or old experiences, but it reads like this. The past perfect tense, part 2, it describes actions that occurred in the past that finished before another action in the past started. It describes actions that occurred in the past that finished before another action in the past started. So this is the time when the past perfect becomes more complex in the structure and in the sense, all right? Because we are going to combine special words to introduce a different action, something similar to the things we did in the previous session when we used the past continuous when a past simple action or past continuous while another past continuous action. So when we combine these things and we speak about time clauses, all these sentences become more complex, all right? So let's take a look at the next slide. Please read this information and try to get the most of them. Please proceed in 2 minutes. Bibi, would you please explain us picture 1?
Okay, they had bought the tickets online before they went to the cinema. It means that they did an action before another action happened
That's
in the
right.
past.
Mhm. So we combine the past perfect and the past simple tense. That's
Así
right.
es.
How do you understand this sentence in Spanish?
Ellos habían comprado los tiquetes en línea antes de ir al cine.
Okay, antes de ir. When we say antes de ir in Spanish, we are using the verb form in indicative. And you see that we are using the past simple in English. So it's another reason why I was telling you that it's kind of tricky, this past perfect tense. All right, good job. Diego, the next one with the pizza boy.
Okay. Uh, the sentence is he had gotten a job before he graduated from high school. is the same thing. It's combine the past perfect with uh, past simple. Is the second action. He had gotten a job before the graduation from the high school in Spanish.
Okay, yes, in Spanish.
Yeah, en Spanish, él había conseguido un trabajo antes de graduarse de la escuela secundaria.
Okay, that's right. Bibi, what is the key word between the first one and the second one?
The key. Before.
Before,
That's right. So the word before joins two sentences with the past perfect and a past
with the past simple.
simple tense. So right here, the last two examples we don't have before, and we have a different
Okay.
structure. Patricia, please. Yours is number 3 about Billy.
Billy have gone to the doctor after they have started the new job.
How do
Um,
you understand the sentence in Spanish?
en Spanish,
Yeah,
Billy había ido al doctor después. Él había estado o
empezado.
ha empezado el nuevo trabajo.
Okay,
Mm,
so compared to the
here,
previous ones, we have this time the word after. And the first sentence, it's indicated that the action was in past perfect after another past perfect. So Billy había ido al doctor después del haber empezado a trabajar. Del haber empezado. You see, in Spanish is present perfect, but in English is the past perfect. That's weird. Catherine, the last one, please.
She had had breakfast after she had made the bed. The two sentences are in past perfect.
Uh-huh.
And the keyword is after. So in Spanish es ella había desayunado después de hacer su cama, de arreglar su cama. Después de haber arreglado su cama.
That's right, okay. Ella había desayunado después de haber tendido su cama o la cama. That's right. As you can see, these sentences, if we put together the sentence in one line, we are going to form a long sentence because we are concentrated the activities in two sentences, joined by the word before and joined by the word after. So these two words are key words when we use or when we expand information. Whenever we need to expand some information, we can use the word before and the word after, right? But we have to use the proper tenses and avoid making any mistakes. Well, here's exercise 3. We're going to complete the sentences with suitable verbs. As you can see, in every sentence we have two spaces. Space here, and a space there, space here, space there, and the word before. So now you know what to use when we use the word before, so please proceed and complete the two sentences. Lisette, can you please read your sentence number 1? Lisette, go ahead.
Who is Lisette?
You are not ready, Lisette? Difficult?
Who is Lisette?
Please,
Maybe
Lisette,
Patricia
teacher.
Catherine. Who is Lisette?
Oh, sorry. I am sick, remember, it's me the one who has the problem. So let's go in this order. Diego, sorry for that. Diego, let's go with you
Yes.
with the first example.
Sorry. Okay, I'm here. Okay, the first one, the zebra had run from the lion before he finally caught it.
Thank you. Patricia, please take number 2.
No, teacher. I don't have that.
Okay, Bibi, can you please read yours?
The man had called the technical service before they answered him.
Thank you. Catherine, number 1.
The zebra had escaped from the lion before he finally caught it.
All right, very similar to mine. I will read my 2 examples for the zebra. Listen. The zebra had escaped from the lion before he finally ate it. 2. The man had called the technical service before they helped him. That's good. So,
Teacher,
yeah,
I have a question.
tell me.
In the first sentence, say he finally. He
Yeah,
is. Why is
he
he?
means the lion.
I can use he, no it.
Yeah, that's right. When
Mm,
animals are females or males, you can use he or she. All right?
okay. Because you are speaking only one about only one.
About this one. Yeah, about the
Okay,
lion
okay.
on the picture.
Thank you.
Well, good. Next one. Please complete these 2. But this time we have after. Please proceed. Okay, Bibi, let's go with you. Tell us what you could see in the slides.
Stella,
Yes, the first one.
okay, Stella had gone to bed after she had done her homework.
Thank you.
And the
Diego?
second, okay.
No, just Diego. Diego, number two.
Okay, Peter had done the lunch after she had cleaned the apartment.
Okay, her lunch, not the lunch, her lunch.
Her lunch after she had cleaned the apartment.
Good. Patricia, please, number one.
Mm, Stella had gone to bed after I am sorry, but she went her work.
No, because we have to use past perfect tense again.
Mhm.
Mm, so what verb I can use? Can I use?
No, I said Stella had gone to bed after she had done her homework,
Okay, done.
or after she had finished her homework.
Okay.
Next one, Catherine.
Heather had cooked her lunch after she had cleaned the apartment.
That's right. So my two choices are Stella had gone to bed after she had done her homework, and Heather had made her lunch after she had cleaned the apartment. Okay, my friends. So we have just covered two perspectives with the past perfect tense. We can't complete this exercise, but we are going to do it. Uh, the first activity next session on Wednesday. You please pray for my health that I might feel better because I'm about to faint. I'm going to bed after we finish here. But before you go, I need to ask you some personal questions. It's some information that is required because I need to fulfill some information on the format. Diego, how old are you?
I am 32 years old.
Okay, Patricia,
I am 22 years old.
22.
23 years old.
Okay, 23. Bibi,
42.
Catherine,
26.
tell me about your cities where you live, please, Diego.
I live in Kailua Kona, Hawaii.
Wow. How do you spell that?
Yeah, it's K
K,
A I L U I Kailua, and Kona is Koni. Sorry.
Kona.
Yeah.
Tudor, don't you watch Hawaii 5-0?
Oh yes.
Yeah. All right, Patricia, tell me about the city you live in.
I live in Calima, Valle del Cauca.
Calima. Bibi.
I live in Cúcuta, norte de Santander.
Okay. Catherine.
I'm from Cucuta, but I live in Bucaramanga.
Wow, we have some women that are very strong here from that area. Work.
I'm not from Cúcuta.
No,
No,
but you live there,
I live here. I'm from Barranquilla.
and all the
You
customs
you
are
learn
stick to
about
you. The customs are stick to you when you go and live in those places. Okay, about work, Diego. I understand you are a Catholic priest,
Yeah,
right?
I'm a Catholic priest. Yes.
Patricia,
Please, did you repeat?
your profession, what you do for work or something like that.
I am I am housewife.
Okay. Bibi,
I'm a bilingual secretary.
Secretary?
Yeah. But I don't
Okay.
work as a secretary. I'm tutoring children in the afternoon.
Okay. Oh, Catherine?
I'm a kindergarten teacher.
Mhm. Well, Diego, you don't have to answer these other questions. All right. So you're not
Okay.
married. You don't have
Yeah.
any children.
No.
Okay. What semester are you in?
6.
Six. Patricia, you're married?
Yes, teacher. Yes.
Vivi, you're
I'm
married?
married too, and I have a son.
Okay, not yet. That question, not yet.
Oh.
Catherine?
Later.
Catherine, you married?
No, I'm not.
Okay, children, Diego, no children.
No children, no pets. Nah.
Patricia, children?
I have a daughter.
One daughter?
Yes.
Okay, Vivi, a
I
son.
have a son.
And Catherine?
I have a son.
Okay, my friends, that's enough. That's the information I need. So I'm going to stop showing you this slide so you can see my ugly face again before we go. Well, I must look terrible. I am sweating here. As I told you, I need to go to bed because I need some rest.
Yeah.
It is the flu that is striking me
Oh my
so
God.
strong. Yeah.
Get better
Uh,
soon, too.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I hope I feel much better because I need to program more activities for the session on Wednesday. And tomorrow is one of my busiest days at Sena. I'm going to be evaluated in the morning for 3 hours,
Oh
and
my.
then in the afternoon I will work from 2 to 8 p.m. But I need to feel strong enough. Okay, my friends, so everybody has 30 seconds to say goodbye and how you felt today. Please, Bibi, start with you.
Okay, bye bye. I felt great. The class was interesting, and I review that their things that is a little bit difficult.
Yeah, it's tricky. Thank you. Diego, please.
Okay. I feel really, really well. This class are improve our skills. Thank you.
Good. Patricia, please say goodbye and how you felt today.
Thanks, teacher. Thanks, partners. I'm sorry. Today, this class is terrible because I don't understand a lot, but I I want to improve.
Okay, you have to
Thanks.
keep striking and practicing. You have to go beyond your medals and your goals, okay, in life. Catherine, say goodbye and how you felt today.
I felt very good. I don't know so much things about this topic, so I learned many things today. So thank you and bye bye.
Okay, so it's a good idea if you take your notes at the end. I think we can share all this material. Maybe in the future you will need them, and I will send to everybody's email the information we have covered here. Okay,
Okay.
so
Good.
it's a promise
Thank
we
you.
have to send.
Okay.
Okay, my friend, take care.
Okay,
God bless you,
bye
and see you on Wednesday. Thank you
Okay.
for
bye.
being here.
See you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Okay, bye everybody.